What's up everyone, Catterson here. We're on episode number 13, which is very unlucky for someone, I don't know. No, this is episode 13 of season 3 for My Hero Academia, which is called Moving into Dorms. So, yeah, I'm assuming everyone will eventually move into their dorms, whether they need heavily persuading like All Might did to Izuku's mother or not. It seems like we're going to have some fun moving into some dorms and all of that, and no commotion's gonna go down or something like that. But like I said, there was a bit of commotion going on in the last episode, which dealt with also the fallout of the All for One and All Might battle, as All for One is locked up. I'm still a bit worried that there's gonna be some kind of breakout, especially if Tamura and Co are currently missing at the minute, and yeah, I have a. Then again, I said the same thing for Nomu, but we that could still come into factor. Like Nomu could still I don't know be broken out with All for One, but like I said, that would probably be overkill. So unless Izuku can clone himself or something like that, like 100 times, I don't think Nomu is going to get released or something like that. But it would be a bit uncharacteristic to be like, oh, let's go for. I don't think they're in the same area. I don't know if they're in the same lockup area or something like that. They probably are, but it would probably be uncharacteristic for Tamura and Ko to go for All for One and not the Nomu. So yeah, because chaos rules and all of that, and that's what I would do. I would just keep adding insult to injury and laugh as chaos goes around me and all of that, and I'd be like, excellent, it's all falling to plan, buildings are crumbling, places on fire, so yeah, that's what I would do. I would just keep adding insult to injury until forever, I guess. But I'm not a villain and all of that, so yeah, no, I'm just an ass. So yeah, I'm just weird and yeah. But yeah, we had that, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens with Tamura and Co. with All for One and all of that, because I would love to see All for One. And there was something that I was going to address in terms of like season 2, because when I talked during season 2 about All for One, I was putting my bets about what the arcs could be and all of that, because we have 3 arcs per season, it seems, and this seems to follow the same place. I don't know. It could do, because it still can do, actually, because the first 12 episodes of My Hero Academia centered around the UA Sports Festival, and then we moved into the Stain arc, and then we had examinations as well. So that was a successful 3 arcs, which the pacing was well done. And this could still have the same thing, because I don't know what the first one could be, because it was kind of unpredictable. It went to a more unpredictable path, hasn't it? Because the first several episodes we took the kids to student camp, and then Bakugo went missing, and then we had to rescue him, and then the big All for One versus All Might fight happened. So I don't know what you could like if that's all bridged into one arc, because it's not like there's going to be little arcs and all of that. I don't think that's where they're going with season 3. I think it's still going to be 3 arcs and all of that, especially since it kind of all ties together with the camp. Bakugo gets abducted. Okay, we've got to rescue Bakugo. Oh, he's here. All for One shows up and all of that. So they are kind of tied. So yeah, but just with your arcs, usually you're usually for My Hero Academia, and what I've learned is you're usually centered around one specific area. Like I'd even consider episode 13, like the fallout of the UA Sports Festival, I guess, as a bridge between the first arc and the second arc and all of that. So yeah, but yeah, I think this is still 3 arcs and all of that. But yeah, but I was gonna say, actually, because I went off a bit of a tangent there, that one of my comments I do remember saying is I would love for All For One not to get a small arc and all of that, because he seems to be dangerous and all of that. Though, then again, I had no idea where this All For One story was heading. And I had no idea it was going to be this emotional, but here we are, folks. So, yeah. And I will say, I was kind of jumping the gun with that comment, because I think the way they have, like, All For One's only, like, we've seen All For One before episode 9. Like, small glimpses of him. But the way he was only basically in 2 full episodes in terms of his strength and all of that. I don't think that's going to be the last we've seen of him ever in My Hero Academia, though. But the way they presented it and the way they've done the story, like the end of All Might and Izuku being the next hope, I think it's done in an interesting way. I don't think it's bad, or I feel sad about the fact that they only did a couple of episodes for All For One. Because I do remember that quote saying, I hope they don't do a small arc with... I think they should do 2 arcs, like 2 arcs comprised of All For One, if anything. But I'm glad they didn't overdo it, because I think... I don't know why. It's like quality over quantity. You can't predict the fact that All For One's appearance, like, for several episodes is still going to be fresh all throughout and all of that. Whereas the 2 episodes we got was kind of well done, because we got to see how intimidating All For One is and how All Might struggled against that, and he eventually did manage to overcome it, but it told a very, very sympathetic story, didn't it, with All For One's ending. It was technically his ending, but it was more All Might's ending. It's, like I said, it's more the story at the end of the day, basically, layman's terms, quality over quantity always. So yeah, I'm not really that mad when I'm reflecting about the fact that All For One had only a couple of episodes to show his worth, because I think they did it in such fantastic fashion, and I think the writers learned it's best to do only a couple of episodes of stellar quality rather than to just draw. Like, imagine if that fight went on for like several episodes and all of that. I think that would drag it out and all of that. And like I said, I don't think Izuku would have been able to put up a bit of a fight. He would have gotten murdered by All For One. Because he's not at the level of All Might. So I think the way they did it, I kind of underestimated where things would be going. But I think that's just how great the legend of All For One is, in terms of season 2, in terms of All Might telling Izuku, you're going to have to face this great evil one day, because you had no idea. Like, it sounds scary on paper, but it was so much scarier seeing it with my own eyes, seeing how dangerous All For One was, because, like, even All Might took him down with that really, really brutal finisher. And All For One was just like, hey, dude. So, yeah. But, yeah, let's get on with this episode, because I've just talked on so much. But, yeah, that's part of the course. Full reaction will be up on Patreon, as always. This is episode number 13 of season 3. I couldn't remember my numbering there. Let's go.
Promise.
Izuku, if you're going to go back to this school, you have to be so careful.
Of course.
I would say
won't
just
make you worry.
Izuku's next suit should be
That
covered
look
in
on your
bubble wrap.
face. You're so grown.
Just saying.
While I wasn't looking.
You have a really good mother.
I do.
Shit.
You know, she reminds me of my predecessor.
She does? Wait, how so?
It's the hairstyle.
Oh, for God's sake.
Sure.
I just got the mighty heart of a hero.
Ew! Look at that walking skeleton. Hey, hold on.
Not everyone recognizes me
All
in this
Might,
form,
do you?
too. I forgot.
Go away.
Based on your reactions, I assume the rest of you were at least aware of their plan.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to set aside a number of issues and just say this. If it weren't for All Might's retirement from the hero scene, I would expel everyone here, except Bakugo Jiro and Hagakure.
Oh,
The
damn.
5 of you who went, of course, but also the remaining 12 who didn't stop them. You betrayed. You'll need to obey every rule to the letter and live as model students. That's all. Now, look alive. Enjoy
That was
your new
scary.
home.
We're supposed to be excited after that speech?
Yeah, it really did take the motivation out.
Come here.
Uh-oh.
Wait for
Uh-oh.
what?
Uh-oh.
Erase what you spent.
Oh.
How'd you know I bought night vision goggles?
Okay.
Don't say I never gave you anything. Now I'm not in your debt. Kaminari, show him your dumb side.
Paying back.
Oh man, what a moron! You're so hopeless!
Oh, man. For God's sake.
Thanks, man.
That was kind of sweet,
Sometimes
Bakugo.
blowing off steam is the best thing to do, I guess. Sorry, everyone. Orders start on the next floor. 4 boys and 4 girls on each level. Everyone gets their
Nice.
own room. You should be comfortable. You've got your own AC, toilets, fridges, and closets.
We have
This
balconies?
is awesome.
Wow!
This room is about the same
I would
size
just-
as my closet at home, but I'll manage.
Someone's want to
These are
catch
your
a
dorm
maraca,
sizes.
Ida.
Rooms?
Yep, we're just unwinding now.
Well, the girls and I have been talking, and we have a great idea.
Oh boy.
Let's go around and see who has the coolest room.
Oh. Great.
Wait, you can't go in there, please! It's not fit for...
Oh.
Everywhere. You're such a fit.
It could end up a good time.
Oh boy, this is
No
this is
way.
gonna be fun. Oh come! Oh God! Sorry, Toko.
It's scary.
You fiends.
Die! Oh
man, I
God!
teaching like this when I was in middle school. Mag. Feek.
Exactly what I pictured. Honestly, I expected more.
Oh.
This is turning out to be really fun. The last person on this floor is...
I don't want to even imagine.
I've got so much
I
to show you.
don't. I don't want to even.
the third floor?
Where
You have so many classes.
Of course I do. I expect them all to be destroyed during training.
Really?
This is the store in the mall I'd avoid.
What? It's perfect.
He has a rabbit.
Oh, Coda!
Hey, no fair. We have to see the girls' rooms to tell which one's best. Their interior design skills should be held at the same standard as ours, maybe even higher. Show
Minetta's
those
salty
storms.
because you disqualified him.
This surprisingly convincing argument from Minetta hit home and stoked her competitive spirit.
I'm into it.
Even the most completely uninterested got involved.
This is.
And that
Oh
is how the
goodness!
very first Class 1A Best Room contest got its start.
The biggest fight
Girls'
ever.
dorms?
Found out my boyfriend had a room that looked like this, I'd dump him.
Oof!
So bold! Makes me want to work out!
You get it.
Oh
Next
man!
up, Shoji!
You're not gonna find anything
Raka's just
interesting
wanna-
here.
Oh!
Like nothing at all, dude.
Did he toss out his door?
I've just never understood why someone would want to fill their room with junk.
Guys like this always have a super pervy side.
Sarah!
Are we seriously doing everyone?
Holy shit!
It's lovely!
Sarah, I didn't peg you for someone who'd like this stuff.
I want Sero's
That's
room.
me, always the wild card.
Let's keep moving.
Literally, he is.
Todoroki's room, right?
Oh,
The most capable student in our class. The most handsome boy
I should
in
ma-
school.
They're much more comfortable than hardwood.
This isn't your
How
house.
did you remodel this entire room in just one day?
With hard work.
You are a beast.
He'll make
yes,
such a
he
good
is.
pro.
Pretty boys always have
It every day. Forget Sarah, this is unexpected.
I think it's great that you have such a fun hobby, Sato. Would you bake something to go with my tea one day?
Oh, I love that.
Expect this reaction. Mostly
It's a
I
great
think
room.
Part of the training for my sugar quirk. Store-bought sweets can get pricey.
That's it for the. Can you play all these?
Yeah, at least a little.
Your room's girlier than this.
Because I've got style.
Oh, for God's sake. Oh,
Next is me.
go with Jiro.
What do you think?
Now this is girly.
Very
So
pink.
pink.
Oh, God.
Plus Ultra.
Get away from there, Minette! With a total of 5 votes, the overwhelming winner of this totally awesome contest is...
Todoroki.
Rikido Sato!
Oh, wow! Nice!
All the girls voted for you because...
The bloody food was a bribe, basically.
That's why you villain aspiring hero shouldn't resort to bribery!
It wasn't on purpose.
No, it wasn't, but...
Is it over? Can I sleep now? Yes, and since you had cake, don't forget to brush your teeth.
He died.
Hey! I thought I'd stopped you, but it turns out I was worthless. A complete failure.
Sue.
And suddenly I had no idea what to say. I didn't think I deserved to joke around and have fun with everyone like usual.
Sue.
But it made me so sad to be without you. That's why I wanted to talk to you, even if I'm still not...
Felt pretty bad and wanted things back the way they used to be before. That's why we did the room contest. To bring us closer together and make us feel like a class again. It's all we could come up with, so please don't think we were trying to trick you or anything.
Oh, that's...
Look, what I'm saying is, let's all work hard at our training and be good friends again, okay?
Everyone wants things to go back to normal. We need our lives to feel stable, even though so much has changed, and will keep changing. It's our duty to make each other better, stronger, so we can become heroes together.
Sue in the fields. Oh, man. That was heartbreaking from Sue. That was heartbreaking. I was gonna say that episode was probably the most enjoyable in terms of emotions we've had for the past several episodes, because it's been really... this season has hurt you a lot emotionally, and especially during the past several episodes. Yeah, but then we had that... But then Sue had to make us feel so bad for her. Like, I absolutely enjoyed her apology scene, because she took responsibility, and I get why she said you're on your way to becoming, like, acting like the villains and all of that if you rescue Bakugo. And there's that worry of being reckless and all of that, but at the end of the day, they did what was needed to do. And sometimes I feel sometimes, even though we had that lecture from Aizawa at the beginning, and even though we know how domineering the restriction of like quirks and all of that, like fighting and all of that for like these kids and all of that, sometimes that does work out well. Like Stain would have killed Ida had it not been for Deku and all of that. And sometimes these consequences, sometimes breaking the rules is good, I guess, because Ida would have been killed if Deku had not shown up. So Deku did, whilst they might have been lectured by officials, and whilst they seem pretty adamant on their law and all of that, it was necessary for situations like that. Otherwise, we'd have no Ida, and we didn't need that, especially coming off Enginium. So yeah, but I can see, like, it's not like Sue was insulting them by any means. She was just worried that they would be reckless and worried that they would be arrested and all of that. So it's not like she was being a bitch by calling them out back when they were planning on rescuing Bakugo. She was just worried about this going south, and them and the people who went after Bakugo, they would be in a situation where they would basically probably, well, I wouldn't say I don't know. They would be absolutely what's the word I'm looking for? They would be, well, I wouldn't say reprimanded, because they were a bit reprimanded back at Hosu City, but they would be punished big time, and they would probably have to be expelled and all of that, because well, Aizawa even made that promise, well, not promise, but statement that I would have expelled you, save a few people, had it not been for All Might's retirement. I don't know if he would have delivered on that statement, but he made it pretty clear that you broke the rules and all of that. So yeah, but they did do good at the end of the day, and yes, the rules are there for a reason, and even I see that. But sometimes it's better to take these consequences than to let something like Ida being killed happen, because that's what would have happened back at Hosu City if Ida didn't if Deku didn't come to Ida's aid. So yeah, but it was really, really emotional, and I really, really enjoyed that apology from Sue. Yeah, it seems like they might be steering towards, in some capacity, I don't know, for Arc 2 or 3 or whatever, going back to my Arc talk at the beginning, it seems like they are going to go the direction of, of the fact that they might be finding out who I'm gonna get my suspects down and who could potentially be the person who leaked in the to begin with. But it seems like they might be going that way with the fact that Nezu didn't just put people in dorms just for safety reason, but to also get somewhere in this whole investigation on who made it possible for the Vanguard group to attack the kids at the camp. So that should be very, very interesting. Like I said, I still don't have an idea yet. I've been so focused on All for One and this rescue for Bakugo and everything to even worry about the leak. Irresponsible, I know. But now that we are in a safer territory, now that there's no danger as far as we know, in terms of the villains and all of that, like Bakugo anyone getting kidnapped, should I say, and etc. It's like you can have a sit down and potentially think and get somewhere with the Sleek storyline now that the All for One situation has been dealt with and everything, and the Vanguard's still out there, but I don't think it's not going to be as easy, especially since they are near UA, that it's not going to be easy to deal as much damage as they did at the camp. So yeah, but I'm really excited to see where that goes. Bakugo was absolutely amazing in this episode. Like, we only had a small amount of screen time with him, because otherwise he was just resting in his room whilst we had this competition. Well, first off, that competition was absolutely insane, and I absolutely loved why Uraraka decided, okay, we're gonna do this and all of that. It wasn't for shits and giggles. Well, it was for shits and giggles, but it wasn't like anything to get revenge or something like that. It was just to try and put a smile on people's faces, because these last episodes, this majority of season 3 has shown a tough time for all of the students, so they need something to smile about, and I really, really loved that compassionate reason from Uraraka. But I really, really loved the room bits. Deku, of course, he had to All Might it up a bit. I have to say, I feel like Momo's gonna be like, well, I have to compensate, won't I, given her usual, like, I don't know, I'd like to imagine like how what's going inside Momo's head at this point, because like, we know how rich she can be and all of, like, how rich she is, and she would have had expansive room space, whereas she made the error in miscalculating about the dorm room size and all of that, and so things are a bit cramped for poor Momo. So I really, really like that. But I bet she's just happened to think, well, I'll have to compensate, I guess. So yeah. Shoji's a minimalist, which is really, really great. I love this explanation. I don't see why people need all this unnecessary junk and all of that. So hey, fair play to you, buddy. Okay, so yeah. Tokuyami was brilliant. Todoroki's and Sero's scene was just well, bedrooms, should I say. They were absolutely impressive. And I love that comment from Sero that he is the wild card. He is, actually. I was just thinking, at that moment when he said that, I was just thinking back to episode 20, wasn't it? When they had, when they were testing themselves out after the internships and all of that, and Deku showed off his, his new way to use his quirk and all of that, but Sero ended up winning, and I thought, okay, Deku's gonna win this. Oh no, Sero did. So Sero, yeah. But Sero's and I loved Jiro's so much. Sero's, Jiro's, and Todoroki's were absolutely superb and all of that. I loved Ida's room. Like, he has so many glasses and all of that. Like, in like, that would have cost a lot, sure. Well, it does in the UK. Like, these glasses. Actually, let's play a game. How much do these glasses cost? Just predict and all of that. And it's like what was it? The Price is Right, is it? Yeah. I'm gonna let you, like, if you guys are watching this at this point, just guess how much these glasses are and all of that. So yeah. It's not cheap, I'll say that. But no, it's okay, I had a voucher, so it was valid and all of that. But like, I'm digressing and all of that, but I'm just saying that all those glasses must have cost a fortune, surely. No, but I really, really loved going through those scenes and all of that. It was very, very hilarious, like, especially with some of the rooms and all of that. Tokoyami, should I say, having to be shoved out the way because it was like, nope, and yeah, that was really, really fun. But I really, really enjoyed that. But yeah, as I was going to say, Bakugo showed a really, really amazing side to this story because it was one of the few acts of kindness in my eyes that he has done throughout the show. He knew that times were tense, and I'm guess we haven't really seen too much of what is going through Bakugo's head as well in terms of All Might, because he did look up to All Might and he's acted a lot more calmly than I guess that might be Bakugo's way to deal with the fallout of All Might and all of that, but he's acted a lot more calmly than people like Deku. But Deku's really, really emotional, as we know. But still, I just hit my mic, so that's great. Still, we haven't seen too much from Bakugo's emotions about how he's dealing with All Might, because he idolized the hell out of him so much, and he wanted to surpass him. So I'm so interested to see more of Bakugo's emotions, and I think him trying to make everyone happy by having Kaminari basically fried was a really, really good testament on trying to cheer everyone up and to try and have a bit of fun and all of that. And I really, really loved that, as well as the kind gesture that he gave Kirishima money in order to replace the goggles that were broken. So I really, really liked that. But yeah, this was a really, really fun episode. There wasn't too much that went on. It was just a really, really intense competition about whose room would end up being the best. And like I said, it was absolutely heartwarming to see why Uraraka decided to do it in the first place, and then Sue's apology, which was really, really emotional. Like, you felt so bad for her. Like, she's usually pretty confident and all of that, but seeing her this emotional was absolutely shattering for the heart. So I really, really loved that apology scene so much because it was really, really emotional, and we were doing so well with emotions and all of that. But like, damn it, so no, I absolutely enjoyed that apology scene from Sue. So it was really, really great. But yeah, this was fun. This was a fun episode, and I absolutely enjoyed it. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check the videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my Media Beats and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!